I have not changed my answer. I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands on my silver.
You forget, I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malishov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
Seize that traitor!
Not another step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove. What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
He's one of them! Get him! I've been waiting for you!
It's a wonder you're... Take that, I'll rip your heart out.
Come here! No, you don't! Too slow! Hands up on your shit! You haven't a chance!
I'm gonna finish you!
No chance! Dick! True blood, yeah! You! More of us! Let him have it! I've been waiting for you! Sick!
I'll kill you for that!
Come on then! You're no match for us, fucker! You're dead. Sick!
Damn. They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad.
You all right, sir? Looks like you took some hits.
It's just a scratch.
Papa! My God! You're hurt!
I'm all right. What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life, didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger. There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
Apology accepted.
We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plimo, the commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse my coin. But back to you, lad. Who are you? And why have you graced us with your visit?
I'm Henry of Scalitz, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Consulin Ruthard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can? How?
Lord Capon is held at Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. It's full of leaks. I doubt its new master will lift a finger to do anything about it. But tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Well, we all stand on the same side. Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like that ginger bastard either. Especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out?
Nobody will know.
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long, have you? The walls have ears here. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. He's had it in for us ever since he took over the office. He's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. It seems he'd like to see me reduced to a beggar. And now we've killed his men. The king's men. I'll have to reach deep into my pocket to get out of that. Like Rosa said, lad. As long as Vavak is around, my hands are tied. I'm sorry.
We'll have to untie your hands then. What should I do?
There might be something. It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. There are rumors going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen, using a fake die. If Sigismund were to find out, he'd have him executed at once, regardless of his noble blood.
But you need evidence to make such an accusation, right?
Exactly.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way to the mint. And we have to find out where.
Find out? But how? They don't let just anyone into the mines and smelting works.
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. Fortunately, we have an ally. My friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the Mintmaster's office, but his brother Christian remained in the Italian court. He wanted to become the Mintmaster himself, but because of Vavak, he had to settle for the steward's office. He hates him even more than we do on account of it.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Vavak, just as much as I would. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'm sure he'll accommodate you. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud. That's fair, isn't it?
All right. It's a deal. I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian and Horshan at the estate near the mines. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the path of silver. He'll know who he's dealing with. But be careful, both of you. This is our last chance to stop Vavak.
We'll be praying for you.
it from now on, all right? Or I'll have to find another Fett.
You can't just sack me, steward. I got this job from Ulrich von Neuhaus.
But I can make sure he knows how you run the place. That's the fist yucca who got scrushed in here.
This is some jiggery pokery.
Be quiet. And now clear off.
Lord be with you.
Hey, stranger.
You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthards sent me. About via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzlin. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'll help you with your investigation.
Excellent. You'd be pulling a thorn from my side. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game, but hopefully I don't need to tell you that.
Lord Ruthard mentioned something of the sort.
Excellent. Excellent! You don't happen to come from a family of miners, or...
My real father is a nobleman. He oversaw the royal mines in Skalitz.
You don't say? You're the son of Radzig Kobula.
You know him?
Not personally. But I'm well informed about the silver mines in the kingdom. What happened in Skalitz was a great tragedy for the entire kingdom. It was one of the highest yielding mines. How much did your father tell you about its operation?
Hardly anything, actually.
Oh? Well, never mind. We can fix that. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
Excuse me.
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much he'd helped.
Won't they be suspicious if I ask those kind of questions?
Of course. You'll have to proceed with the utmost caution. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other sonnies, however old they are. Or... but you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar, or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job.
I reckon I could pose as a curious scholar.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement within the mine.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am by now. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the... And don't forget, don't draw attention.
By the way, I've had the honour of meeting your brother, Pete.
Well, well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Sukdal.
Even though we had some... disagreements. I respect him for everything he succeeded. If it weren't for him, I'd never have been able to do what I do.
Are you Foreman?
Aye, I am.
My name is Henry. I'm a student from Prague, and I'm writing a treatise on miners.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're up?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for a game. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but then I'll tell you everything. Would you?
You better start talking before you're really annoyed. If there's one thing you don't want, it's an angry Henry slamming your head against the table till you...
Bloody hell, kidder. You don't mess about. I see enough black as is down in the mound. Ask away, then.
What is the work of a miner about?
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about... But proper rest is even more important than graft.
So how do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kip, some a swally.
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing. Only then there's not much silver in the ore.
How much do you make doing this? Don't... How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting a... We managed to hulk 34 coves.
That's all I need to know. Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny?
Sir Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm a student at the university in Prague. Henry.
I didn't know you scribblers were in, but you can't just amble around. You'll cap your career.
I just have a few questions.
The more we gab, the less we... But make it snappy, man. What do you want to know?
What is the work of a miner?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. We gans through the roads, Bella. Hewing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the...
How exactly do you mine ore?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yakka graft, kidder? You take a kevel and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep and don't croak from the stithe, then you'll keel over from exhaust.
How do you get the ore outside?
Same way it's hewed, in the dark and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot. Once you get out by with the corf, you get a tally, and you can get back in by.
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make...
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a grosh and a corf. That's near way to make a living.
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that field.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petron?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Why do you need to know that for? Them numbers won't be useful to know.
What do you want in return for telling me? Is there anything I can do?
Well, there is something you could do for us. Me and my crew have been howking away in this heat, and we're bloody parched. We could do with a but Foreman Fett got scunnered we were boozing in the shaft, so he locked it away in a chest on the bank, bringing enough ale for the whole crew. And I'll tell you how many corves...
I really don't have to...
So we should just...
I really need to know it for my work. My treatise won't est rerum omnium magister usus.
Aye, well, a clever head but a gawk-handed, eh? Alright, I'll tell you. It was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 36 corves.
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to hew, Mara. We've got a lot of graft ahead of us. I'll be with you, and have a pleasant evening.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Are you Foreman Paul?
Eh? You walk like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye. Who are ye? And what are you doing so deep in the pit?
My name's Henry. Sir Christians, I'm a student at the university in Prague, and I'm writing a thesis on... Are you praying? Why?
The day before the feast of St. Petronilla, a kidder was hawking here. We dinged the burg, set it ablaze, all good. It all came crashing down on him. Done him right in...
That's awful. I'm sorry about your friend.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, saying he was strong. And now, how can he forget?
There's no more pain in heaven. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You're right. I hope the Lord has welcomed the poor lad into the kingdom of... Will you pray with me for his soul?
Aye. I'll pray with you.
You're a canny lad. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin,
Almighty and
iron,
merciful God,
and all
our Father,
ores and metals.
you are the
I
giver
ask
of
that you
gold,
bless me brother who
silver,
has died in this
bronze,
mine,
copper,
and may
tin,
your holy angels save
iron,
his soul from
and
damnation.
all ores and
Bring
metals.
his soul to
I ask
eternal
that you
glory
bless my
through our
brother,
Lord,
who has
our
died in
Saviour
this
and
mine.
Redeemer, Jesus
And may your
Christ.
holy angels save
Amen.
his soul from
Holy God,
damnation. Bring
Holy
his soul
Mighty
to
One,
eternal glory
Holy Immortal
through
One,
our Lord,
have mercy
our
on us.
Saviour and
O Angel
Redeemer,
of Christ,
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
guardian and protector of my
Amen.
soul and body, forgive me every transgression which I have committed this day, and deliver me from every craft of my enemy and...
So, are you going to answer me now?
Aye. Thanks for praying with...
What is the work of a miner about?
What it's about? It's about you in the face and hauling the odds proper graft that. Can be real dodgy, mind.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakker or two a month, you know.
How is the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets scoped. We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing up.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much ore's in it. It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a core for...
So how many cores did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 core.
That's all I need to know. I already know how many corves the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you...
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted. That means 10 corves of ore, but nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on it. The unreported corves must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore.
What does it mean?
That this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herrmann the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
What are we going to do about it?
Well, we need to make them tell us more. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Was darf's heute Morgen sein?
We need to talk, Herrmann.
And who might you be?
Henry. But that's not important. Sir Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miner has extracted 100...
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The book does not...
Or someone is writing down false numbers and hiding 10...
I do not write anything in the book myself. Foreman Fett counts the corves here. Go and talk to him instead.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more corves than there really were.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? Besides, miners can lie and say they extracted more than they did.
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Look, you don't have to be afraid to tell the truth. Me and Sir Christian agreed to settle the matter quietly. We're not going...
I am innocent. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more corves to the smelters than we would report. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. Then I got some geld on the feast of St. Petronilla. I was afraid they would be able to... Nobody at the smelting works cared at all. I am sure.
How long has this been going on?
Several months. Maybe half a year. About since...
How long has this been going on?
Several...
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea. I am a mere assayer. I have never...
Sir Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret, so just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are actually responsible.
Yeah, I understand. I will be as silent as the grave.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Henry, but that's Sir Christian sent me. I need to discuss a delicate matter with you.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books. And
But you're the one counting the corves of ore.
your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? And they like to show off? I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Don't you know? I work for Vavak, the mint man.
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herrmann told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
He had no choice. If you tell me everything you know right now, you'll go unpunished. I can guarantee that in Sir Christian's name.
Keva, you're all I need. As soon as I was made head gaffer, Amara, who works at the smelting works in Grund, came. He said someone wanted to talk to me. So I met this fella in the tavern in Grund, and he told me how it all works. How to cook the books like. He told me the trick was not to report some of the extracted ore and transport it secretly. He made it very clear if I didn't play along, there was nothing I could do.
Who was that fella from the smelter who...
He never told me his name, even when I asked. I don't scare easy, but this bloke was
Who pays you on the side? You have to pay the miners for what they are.
I get the extra chink from the smelting works. It's enough for the yakkers.
How long has this been going on?
For some time now, definitely. I heard even former head guy...
Where can I find him?
You can't ask Kircher any questions. He fell down a shaft. They say he was drunk, but I don't think it was...
Do you think the mint master, Ulrich Vavak, is behind this?
He says if Christian gives us hassle, he'd sooner replace him than me. He really said that.
All right. Just carry on as if nothing's happened. No one must find out. Christian won't give you any trouble, nor will anyone else.
Clear as a bell, Mara. I'll be silent as the grave.
I talked to Fett and Herrmann.
And? Did they confess?
They did. I mean, I made them.
Did you tell them to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported corves leave for the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, you'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone, but he's the only one who can give you permission to walk round the smelting works.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to...
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way you could gain his trust, at least a little. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works, who'd like to get a closer look at his...
A nobleman, this time.
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as the simple pitman. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, but listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse the slightest suspicion. In short, be charismatic as you can manage.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes. I reckon you can imagine what those look like. If you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. I'm sure he can sell you something nice. If you're charismatic enough, Buresh is sure to believe your intention, and make sure you wash up before you go. You can't go and see him looking like some dung-soiled peasant.
What else should I know about the smelting work?
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed, ground, and then smelted. They extract silver along with all sorts of other... Then they give part of the silver to the king for the minting of groschen, and sell off the rest, along with the other materials, to craftsmen.
What should I know about this Buresh before I talk to him?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He comes from somewhere in Moravia, and he moved to Kut. He started to prosper soon after, and not even Sigismund's arrival stopped him. Now he's doing better and better. But whether that means he's involved in something shady...
I got it.
Here, I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you and give to... I reckon he won't be thrilled, but he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, in passing, how many corves he took from our mines. If my guess is correct, it should be 90. It still doesn't prove anything. You could get something out of the workers. One of them is bound to know something. When you're in the smelting works, keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure something is going on there. Good luck, Henry.
Warum bist du...
What do you have?
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Greetings, Master Buresh. I'm Henry of Skalitz.
Nice clothes. You've got good taste.
Thank you, Goodman. Likewise, Christian of Pisek sent me.
Skalitz, you say?
You are. Unfortunately, the mining has ceased since King Sigismund's attack.
That truly is unfortunate. Christian writes that your family is interested in running a...
I know. I just want to see what it looks like in the smelting works.
Well, if Sir Christian wishes it, with this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to move around But I don't want you disturbing the workers with any unnecessary questions. If you want to know anything, ask me.
Can you tell me what happens with the mined ore in the smelting works?
We weigh in the delivered ore and crush it so that it can be sorted for roasting. Roasting mainly separates sulfur from the ore. which is why the place smells like hell. Then the roasted material is smelted in the furnace, and the slag is separated from the mat. The smelting process is repeated. It's then cast into bars that can be sold, after we've given the royal share to the king.
How many corves of ore do you process here per day?
We don't measure in corves here. I have several ore merchants working for me. They buy. When they deliver it here, we don't measure it by the corf. We process a large amount here. Up to several thousand quintals a day in total.
How much silver does that make?
That, of course, depends on the quality of the... 20 quintals of ore usually yield about a pound of raw silver. That then yields a hryvnia of... We can make between 100 and 200 hryvnias of...
Can any silver go missing from here?
That's it. Everything is carefully weighed and recorded. Every step is counted. Besides, molten silver is rather hard to steal. Once it's cast into bar...
How many corves were delivered from Horshan, say, on the Feast of...
Why from Horshan, of all places?
I visited the mine there. They told me they'd extracted quite...
You're lucky. I have an excellent memory.
God be with you.
Don't forget, there are limits to my permission. And above all, mind you don't have an accident. God be with you, sir.
What does your job actually entail?
You mean smelting? Well, in the scrusher, then we shovel charcoal in till the stone gets proper roasting and leaks all the... We do that over and over.
How do you like working in the smelter?
Aye. Can you complain at all, sir? We get a nice pile of chink from the yield, and...
What can you tell me about Master Buresh?
I can't complain about him, sir. He's an honest bloke. From what I've heard from the other smelters, it's a lot worse elsewhere.
Have you noticed anything suspicious around here?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Does any silver go missing from here?
Here? In our smelter? That would mean some of our lads are... Look, Sonny, I don't want anything to do with this. Have a chat with Shima over there.
Are you the fella they call Shima?
You have no business being here. What do you...
I'm told you know something about the silver that keeps going missing.
Me? I don't know what you were told. Meet me outside in a while. Fuck. I have to have a piss. You take over here, lads. I'll be right back.
Greetings to you.
Well, can you talk now?
Who are you, fella?
Henry of Skalitz. Master Buresh sent me.
Master Buresh, you say? He knows better than anyone. No silver can go missing here, and everything's well guarded.
Actually, I'm here at the behest of Sir Christian. Master Buresh doesn't know about this.
Oh. So it was actually the steward of the mint himself who's... The steward of the mint? And why did he send you? Because of a rumour. They say silver keeps going missing from the smelters.
Tell me what you know.
You're being a little hasty. Why should I talk to you about...
I've been tasked by the nobility, and that's a serious matter. I'm not just anybody. Just the fact that I'm relying on you, a simple smelter.
Well, sir, thank you. I'll tell you how it is then. It's Volkmar. He's the head smelter. He's worked with us for years. Recently, he bought stables here in Grund out of the blue. The entire stable. It's all very suspicious because he's the one with the best axe. If you want to find out where the silver keeps going missing, go to him. I'll bet you he knows a thing. But be careful and keep a weapon close.
Thank you. What is your job in
here? Horse, if I could.
How do you...
You're always...
What can...
Listen, on the other hand...
What
the only...
You Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit. I know these stables are yours.
You must be the snoop who's sticking his nose in.
I beg your pardon?
Well, well, well. Don't think we don't know you've been snooping around. Fortunately, Master Buresh warned me about you in time. Your investigation ends. Right here and now.
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal. Grund is ours.
Take him down.
Wait. I demand an honourable duel. It's my right. I'm a knight, not some miserable bandit.
If that's your last wish, go. He wants a duel. He'll have one. You're mine! Cool of her! I'm... Jesus, I'm hit!
Get that sword under control.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Come here.
Fuck that!
Now, spill the beans. You're responsible for stealing the king's silver?
Not me. It's Buresh. If I didn't play along with him, I'd lose my job. It's true. As Volkmar is my name, I swear on everything that's holy.
Take it from the beginning.
As head smelter, I test the quality of the silver that's been smelted every day. One day, Buresh came to me and said he had an offer for me. He gave me his man to assist me. I'd take some of the king's silver bars. The books were cooked, so no one found out anything. Everything was going well. A few weeks later, he sent me to the mines. I was supposed to make a deal with them. In the end, I had to force him to cooperate.
Why didn't Buresh take the silver himself? Why did he need you?
The Mint Master's men watch over the transport of the king's silver. Buresh had it all figured out.
Aren't you ashamed to steal from the king?
Which king did I steal from exactly? Wenceslas or Sigismund? I didn't care, man. I earned some nice chink, and that was that for me.
Aren't you ashamed to steal from the king?
Which king did I steal from exactly? Wenceslas or Sigismund? I didn't care, man. I earned some nice chink, and that was that.
Moving on, where does the unreported silver go?
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna, where nobody ever goes.
They counterfeit coins in there?
Yeah, I suppose so. But what they actually do there, I've no idea. Buresh only told me about the mint a while ago. He wanted to send me there for some reason, so he drew me.
Did Buresh ever mention that Mint Master Vavak was involved in it?
Not in front of me. Maybe his guard, little Nair, but you won't be able to ask him anything anymore.
Give me the map.
Yeah, if you take the road to Old Kutna, you'll reach the place where the abandoned shop. The entrance to the Mint is somewhere around there. Look here. Can I ask you a question? Why are you doing this anyway?
That's none of your business.
I see. I won't pry. Now you have the map, and since I told you everything, will you let me go? I know I wanted to. Please let me go. Please.
I'm quite sure you have coin. So pay up, and you'll be free.
Here, take it all. Thank you. I'll go to Kuttenberg and get fixed up there somehow. And if we meet again, I'll make it up. You're a good, merciful man.
Well. Look who's here. I knew from the start you didn't come to the works for nothing. But I underestimated you, and I reckoned you wouldn't find anything. And even if you did, little Neri was supposed to get rid of you.
It turned out the other way round.
Congratulations. His wife and children will surely be beside themselves with joy. What to do with you now, snooper? We could come to a reasonable agreement, or underground, no one will hear you scream.
I need evidence that Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus is involved in this whole affair.
The Mint Master? That's not true. Wouldn't you rather discuss the price of your silence?
How much will you pay me?
Well, what's the price for your silence? You're skinning me here. But all right then. Now, turn around. Step back into God's light. And don't tell a living soul what you saw and what you found out. Are we clear?
Crystal clear.
Go on then. But I'm warning you. If I hear a rumor going around that I don't like, you'll have nowhere to hide. Farewell.
Huh? You can't just stroll around here without so much as a by your leave. Clear off!
Are you
kidding? You can't just stroll in here.
That's mine!
How many more? A few more sheets. They brought us more than usual. Well, at least
I'm all yours!
Ha! We can't go outside. There's nothing else to do here anyway.
But tell me,
Fuck
brother, is it
this!
that bad in here? Hot meals every day, wine in the evening. They even bring us some wenches every once in a while.
But it's still...
I'm here to help you.
What are you doing here?
Get out of here. If the guards catch you, there'll be trouble.
I'll take care of the guards. Don't worry.
What about Master Buresh? He was here with them just a while ago.
Don't worry about Buresh. I'll deal with him later.
But...
I came to get evidence against Mint Master of Vavak. Where can I find it?
There are some books in that chest over there, but it's locked. And only Master Buresh has...
Leave that to me. I should take a look at the tools you're working with. A counterfeit coin die like that will surely be of interest to a lot of people.
What do you mean counterfeit? It's genuine. Everything we do here is clean.
Except you're minting using stolen silver.
How are we to know where it comes from? It's none of our business.
We're just pawns. We're not hurting anybody.
Nobody's saying any different. Like I said, I'm here to free you. You don't have to worry about the guards while I'm here.
Wait, but... we can't.
It's just the books you're after, isn't it? Well, so take them and go.
We won't tell nobody nothing.
Tell me more about this place.
I don't know if we can.
Look, he made it this far. I reckon he knows more than we do anyway.
You're probably right. Well, what do you want to know?
How did you end up here?
Through our own stupidity.
We used to work in the mint in the Italian...
Well, more than a bit.
And the foreman got pissed off and sacked us.
But then, the mint master himself came to us and offered us a job on the side. And so...
Who's in charge here?
The mint is...
They're the ones that bring us food and drink. But other than that, the mint master runs this place personally. He visits every week, a friendly bloke, always asks us if we need anything.
We're well taken care of.
Why are they keeping you here?
Well, it's not that we can't leave exactly.
It's just... discouraged. It was pretty dangerous around here, what with the bandits and...
Don't you miss the world above?
Not really. Come to think of it, we've got everything we need down here.
They even brought some wenches here for us once. But I'm not really in...
We've got plenty of food and drink, and good drink at that.
And
Why don't you want to leave?
We're just supposed to stay here.
And we're told not to go far. The mint master would be angry.
I'll take care of Vavak. You have my word. With the evidence I'll bring against him, he'll be finished. When I'm done with him, you'll be the last thing
You reckon it's really safe? That we could...
I'm sure of it.
Well, if you're saying you'll take care of it...
Then, when it's all over... Keep close to the others. It's not safe here.
Be careful. It's not safe.
You're not allowed here. Bad luck. Go fuck yourself.
You're a bloody pulp fucker!
So,
What about
the guards have...
So, well, thank you.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
I got the evidence against Mint Master Vavak.
Really? Let me see.
Here.
I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry. Where did you find this?
Vavak had a secret mint where coins were minted from the silver they stole.
He obviously had it all worked out to the last detail. Remarkable. Did you have any...
I had a bit of a disagreement with the guards, so I killed them.
Sacre! Well, I hope that's all that happened.
No, that's all.
Thank God. There's one more thing. Was there anyone else in that mint?
There were some coiners being held prisoner.
Jesus Christ! Held prisoner!
Vavak locked them up there to work for him.
My God! He really is an unscrupulous...
I did, but it took some persuading. They were afraid.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die anywhere?
They gave it to me quite willingly.
I'm curious. Let me see.
Here.
What the... It's That means all the groschen minted from the silver stolen by Vavak are absolutely clean. In any case, we uncovered something big, Henry. But I'm afraid no matter what Master Buresh told you at the mint, no one will believe us.
Well, the books will have to suffice. His name's there.
I hope so. But be that as it may, we know enough. I've been thinking it all over while you were gone. The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been running under our nose is incredibly insolent. But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes. With those books in Rutard's hands, Vavak won't remain long in his post, and it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove you to many people. If you take my meaning.
I'm listening.
I knew you'd understand. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing the ore in the works, a secret mint. Only there would be a... I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Herrmann in the mines. But that shouldn't be difficult. A miner jumps at coin like a dog at a bone.
What happened to Herrmann and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herrmann disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herrmann told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked. Things like that can get you killed.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Buresh. But knowing him, he won't be opposed to a reasonable agreement. And I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vavak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about the whole... I've got a little something here for you, as a bonus, to add to what Master Buresh already gave you. And I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die. All you have to do is nod. Excellent. You won't regret it, but don't forget. You can blackmail Vavak with the evidence all you want, but leave the path of silver to me. Here's your secret records and copies of the books from the mines and the smelting works for comparison.
Thank you.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure working with you, Henry. I wish you the best of luck. Maybe we'll see each other again. And give my regards to Sir Kunzling. It'll be a great weight off his chest.